Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Step by Step Farming. Today, we are going to be talking about vitamin D. Why is it so important and what can you do about it? Stay tuned. Okay, once again, thanks for coming back to Step by Step Farming. Today we're going to talk about vitamin D deficiency. Why is it so important and what can you do about it? So let me give you just a little background information. First of all, vitamin D, the source of vitamin D we get is primarily from the sun. But you can get a lot of vitamin D sources from certain foods that you would take in. But today we're going to talk about the supplements because a lot of us are not out in the sun enough. If you notice with everything that's been going on for the past year and a half, a lot of us have been, with our jobs, we've had to stay home and work, or a lot of us have been forced to have to stay home for a certain amount of time. And so when you're not outside, you are not allowing your body to receive the sufficient amount of vitamin D. Now, there is some information, like I said, I want to give you. So I wrote a couple things down because there's no way I can remember everything. Some symptoms of when you are vitamin D deficient, okay, could be, let me say this. I think a lot of us do not understand the huge significance of having the proper amount of vitamin intake. It is so important. It's more than just going to the store and getting a bottle of, your multivitamins. Sometimes that is just not enough. And actually, sometimes those bottles are full of fillers and sugars and things like that we don't realize. And they're doing more harm than good. Now, this product that I'm going to show you a little bit later is one that I personally bought and I personally use and I use for my family. And I'm going to tell you, I got a blood test done, and I requested that they do a vitamin D, through my blood work. And I'm going to explain to you what they told me after this is all over. But if you stay to the end, I promise I will show you what it is that I use. Just stay tuned. Okay, so the symptoms that you may be having, or someone that you know that may be having, could be mood changes, depression, joint pain, fatigue. It could be muscle cramps. Now, you wouldn't think that just a vitamin deficiency could cause those types of things, but there's more. Also, some health effects from being vitamin D deficient could be heart disease. It could be high blood pressure, diabetes, immune diseases. It could be MS, and also some cancers. Could be some health effects of people who are vitamin D deficient. Also, let me explain, what are some causes? Okay, you might want to know, okay, I don't really know much about vitamin D. What even causes that in the first place? And I'm going to explain just a couple of things that I personally found out for you guys to give you this information. If you have cystic fibrosis, sometimes that's the cause. Crohn's disease, a weight loss surgeries, sometimes obesity, kidney and liver diseases will cause your vitamin D to decrease significantly. Also, your age, your race. If you're homebound, for example, like I just said previously, within a year and a half, we were in a situation, and who knows what's going to happen later on, where we may be again put into a closed environment and you don't come out very much, okay? You have to get in the sun. But sometimes that's not enough. You have to do more. Also, medications. If you're on certain medications, will actually cause your vitamin D to decrease. So those are some of the things that could cause a person's vitamin D to decrease. Now, The recommended doses that they say is for children, I would say up to age 9, it's between 1,500 to 3,000, they say, IUs per day. Okay. For adults, it is at least 4,000 IUs per day. Now, once again, with everything going on, and for those of you who are watching this channel during this particular time, you understand what I'm saying. You will need to increase your vitamin D much more than that, because your vitamin D will also affect your immune system. It helps to prevent colds. It helps to prevent flus. It helps to prevent all of that stuff that we've had problems with. So you want to increase your immune system, okay? Vitamin D will do that. It will do that. It will totally help. Now, I found, because I was doing a lot of research. I'm a researcher by nature. And so I was doing a lot of research, and I found this one product. And in another video I will post later, I did find a pill form that was also very good, but the intake on it was not very high. But this particular product I found, it's actually by BioLabs Pro, and it might be backwards on you guys' end. I'm not sure, probably is, but I'll just share with you, and then I will also post a link down at the bottom where you guys could click on that and go to it and see exactly what I'm talking about. But it is a vitamin D3. It does come from a plant-based source, not an animal source. Now, this thing is the highest concentration on the market that I have found. It is actually 15,000 IUs of vitamin D. It's a cream. And actually, see if I can take this off. It's a pump. So you would pump this, and it's just a cream on the inside. And you want to apply this to your inner arms or your chest or your thighs. Okay, it's probably where the most sensitive area where it could soak in quickly. But the ingredients on here, it is kosher. So there's, no certain products, in there. If you all are want a kosher product, this is also it. And I'll just read just a couple of things on the back. It is aloe vera gel. There's olive oil, coconut oil. There is olive leaf extract. There's shea butter. There is vitamin C in here. So there's a lot of good ingredients in this container. Now, this doesn't look very big, and you think, man, this is not going to last me a long time. But you could get about 70 pumps out of this container. 70 pumps. That's probably about 2 months supply, because you can do, they recommend 1 pump per day. Now, for an adult, you would do 1 pump. For a child, you would do a half pump. And you can do up to a maximum of twice a day. I wouldn't go more than that. Now, if you use this and also get outside and get some sun, this will help your immune system immensely. I'm telling you, 15,000 IUs, and they're saying that the recommended amount for an adult is 4. But like I said, you want to use this to keep your immune system high. This is just one thing. Now, let's see if there was anything else. I don't think there was anything else I wanted to share with you, except the fact that, as I promised, I went to the doctor and I got some blood work done. And I asked them, I said, can you please find out what my vitamin D is? And when the results came back, because I had been using this for a while, and I had make sure that my kids use this as well. So when it came back, it was There's a low level and then there's a high level. It wasn't in the high level, but it was right in the center. And they said, I'm really surprised. They didn't know I had been using this. They said, I'm really surprised that your vitamin D is so high, because most people that come in here, they're vitamin D deficient. They're so low. And so most of us who, let's say, even those who, we have to work in an environment where you're always indoors, and you come home and you're indoors and you're indoors for this and that, we're just not getting outside enough. And for those who can't get outside or will get outside and want more, I really strongly recommend getting this. I mean, this is going to help you guys out a lot. But like I said, I wanted to let you guys know what I use, especially during this time. Boost that immune system up. I will be putting more things on that will help us to be able to increase our immune system. Okay, it's very important. If you guys have any comments or questions, please post them below. I try to answer everything as quickly as possible. And if you would like to see more videos similar to this, please also comment, and I'll do the best that I can. All right, guys. Thank you. I appreciate your time.